Okay, so welcome back to second week blog for the No Impact Man. I just want to thank you guys that did watch my last video for what's that, 2 weeks now. It's already been. So just kind of a quick reminder of what I'm kind of attempting to do through the No Impact Man this semester is to stop driving my stop driving my car to campus, and instead use our community shuttle. Yeah, and I live out at the cottages off of Lindbergh, so it's a little bit of a drive. So I normally, like I said, I normally drive. I don't remember the numbers anymore. They're presented in the last video, so you can check those out there. And so yeah, I just want to kind of spend today talking about some of my experiences doing this. And just like the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I guess it's been already, of trying this out, this whole bus thing. And so, I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous video, but I am from kind of small town out in the country in Indiana, kind of east central Indiana, and so there was no public transportation. Obviously, well, I don't know if obviously, but I'm a senior, so I've actually been here for quite a while, and I've used some of the buses, especially while I lived in the dorms. I would, take the bus across campus on really cold days, which we've obviously had our fair share of so far this winter. And so I guess that kind of leads into one of the really nice things I found out about this community shuttle, and it's kind of a no-brainer, but you don't really think about it, is just how nice it is not to have to scrape your car, go out some of these storms and take the ice or snow off for you to get to campus. It's already warm, so you don't have to go out 30 minutes early or 20 minutes early and warm your car up, and that's a whole factor. I honestly didn't even calculate as far as carbon emissions and those kind of things, is how long I just let it sit there and warm up, which kind of realized that's going to play a role. Not really sure how that would calculate, because you're obviously not, your car's not producing as much emissions while it's in neutral, just kind of idling there, versus you're actually driving, putting your foot down the accelerator, speeds the engine up, higher RPMs, turning out more emissions, using more fuel. So yeah, that's kind of been one of the nice things. Like I said, just kind of the warmth, to all these snowstorms and the bad weather. But a week and a half ago, it was February 5th, it was that Wednesday that school was canceled. And that was actually starting to get to be a little bit of worry for my No Impact, because it was actually the night before, when they heard about all the storms, that they said they didn't want the shuttle bus drivers actually out in it. And so they canceled. I got an email saying they canceled the shuttle services. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to drive my car. But it ended up being that they ended up canceling classes, so that was fine. So that really kind of worked out, but it's kind of back and forth. And so that was kind of, it wasn't that bad of a thing, but it could have been bad, if they would have canceled because of the inclement weather that was coming through last week. I honestly didn't expect Purdue to cancel, but and then the other thing that's really been kind of hurting me with the bus system, though, is not that I guess that really didn't have very much influence, but I just kind of been running late. So a couple things. I don't know if I explained it last time. They have an app that actually shows where the bus is at, like on its route. So I can fairly well predict when the bus is going to come by the cottages, but it's not regular. It's not like every half hour there's a bus or something like that. So I can't really predict it that well. And so that's kind of been troubling at times, because let's say I get to the bus stop and the bus had just pulled away. Well, I have to wait now 15 minutes, and that could be the difference between me being late and me not being late, which it has been a couple times. I've been late, oh gosh, probably 3 or 4 times in the past couple of weeks, honestly. to my classes. Sometimes it's normally just like a minute or two, kind of walk in last minute, and you know, I just have to get ready a lot earlier. You know, I can't just jump in the car now. I have to try to be at the bus stop like half an hour before class, even though it's only, you know, 5-6 minute drive to campus. And so it's been inconvenient, I would say. And the other part that, you know, I've learned is on Tuesdays and Thursdays I go to class, I leave right around 1 o'clock. Well, from 1 to 2, or 1 to 2:30, or somewhere around there, we normally have 2 shuttles, but a shuttle bus driver is required to take a lunch, and they can't take, you know, they can't just like eat in the bus, you know, but most of them snack, but they actually have to take an actual lunch. So then they're only running 1 shuttle, so then it means if you miss the shuttle, it's almost a half an hour wait by the time it makes its round trip and gets back here. So, I know there was one class where I missed the bus. I ran to the bus stop, missed it, and just turned around and went back home because I was like, I'm going to walk in 15-20 minutes late to this class. It's not worth it to me to walk in that late. You know, I knew the professor really well. And I was just like, I see that as kind of being rude. And it was kind of my fault that I didn't plan earlier, but once again, you know, it's been kind of a struggle to make sure that I know everything that's going on with the buses. So, and one of the reasons why I was going to introduce her in this video, one of the reasons why it's been so tough to make sure that I'm on time is because not only do I have to budget my time in the morning or before my class, but like I mentioned before, hey, Remington, come here. I have a puppy, so I figured I'd introduce you to my puppy. Since some of you guys watched my video last time, this is oh look the video. This is my puppy Remington. She's a red Labradoodle. So she's pretty good overall, but a lot of times she has made me late to class. And sometimes that's because she wants to spend a little longer outside or something like that. So there's always those uncertainties that I never really build into my schedule. Now I'm starting to realize I have to build those uncertainties in my schedule, and so we're just pushing that time back even more of, you know, how early do I have to prepare for class. You know, it used to be I could get up 10 minutes, you know, in the morning, I shower at night, get up in the morning, brush my teeth, get dressed, you know, grab a piece of fruit, I'm out the door within 10 minutes. Now it's wake up 45 minutes earlier, so, you know, make sure I'm there at the bus stop. So, yeah, some of these things obviously just haven't been as convenient. So, hopefully, I kind of get better at managing my time, kind of planning for some of these uncertainties as I've seen it come up. This week was definitely a little bit better than last week. Just as far as making sure, like I knew more about, okay, I need to check the bus app and these kinds of things. So, yeah. So I don't really have anything else for today. I've kind of talked for a while. So with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it, and I will see you guys in another week or 2 weeks.